Salut! On continue sur l'agriculture urbaine.
Cette fois-ci, on t'emmène à Sacramento.
On commence tout de suite dans le vif du sujet. C'est parti!
Pour saisir le fonctionnement des initiatives d'agriculture urbaine à Sacramento, il faut avoir en tête deux éléments. La première, c'est que Sacramento a été nommée la capitale Farm to Fork des États-Unis. Mais alors, Farm to Fork, c'est quoi? C'est un mouvement social encourageant un approvisionnement alimentaire local des restaurants, écoles, marchés et bien sûr des habitants pour un impact positif sur l'économie locale, la santé, l'environnement et les liens de communauté. Ainsi, à Sacramento, de très nombreux établissements se fournissent en fruits et légumes localement, au travers de fermes urbaines et ou périurbaines. Il faut également avoir en tête la notion de communauté, la communauté des producteurs qui se soutiennent dans leur installation respective. L'agriculture urbaine dépend en effet fortement de la création d'un réseau et d'un travail collectif. La communauté est un endroit où partager besoins, conseils et erreurs, et c'est de ce partage que vont émerger des solutions et des idées innovantes. Et la communauté des habitants du quartier, dont l'approbation et le soutien sont également indispensables à la durabilité des fermes.
We're a 1-acre farm here in the city of Sacramento. We kind of grow diversified, mostly mixed vegetables, a little bit of fruit, and we sell to a local farmers market and restaurants. But it's really about making accessible source of really good food, and then also hopefully providing like a really good example or a model of like a viable urban agriculture here in Sacramento for people to like come and see, oh, this is possible.
This is the sugarcane community garden that the Del Paso Heights Growers Alliance established over the past couple of years, which is really an alliance dedicated to improving the health of the community through urban greening efforts. We really want to beautify vacant lots and to grow food so that people can consume more fruits and vegetables in their diet.
The City of Sacramento created a community garden program in 2005 and with one garden, and today in 2018 we have 15. And we have about 5 to almost 10 gardens in the planning stages. We rent the plots very inexpensive, $25 to $50 a year. That includes water and tools, and then support from 2-person staff, me and my co-worker, and to help them succeed in growing fresh vegetables.
The Sacramento Food Bank and Family Services is about helping people up. Part of what I do with this garden is to provide some nutrition training and training about how to grow food for yourself and how to maintain your health through gardening.
Soil-Born Farms Urban Agriculture and Education Project is a nonprofit organization. Our threefold mission is organic food access to the local community, particularly at underserved and at-risk communities that normally don't have access to high-quality organic food. Also, we are all about education, so we have a lot of education programs for youth and adults, such as gardening, farming, nature and the environment, our culinary arts. We teach people how to grow food and also how to cook their food, which has become a forgotten art for many Americans. We do our discovery field trips where local schools will bring out an entire class of up to 30 kids, and they get to have hands-on experiences being in nature with children living in the city, particularly in poor areas, don't have access to the outdoors. And so we're teaching people how to become engaged in nature. And then once people develop a love for nature and the outdoors, then they become stewards of the land and will actually work to protect open spaces and land and become environmental activists.
Nice.
It's the amount of food that we're producing, really good high quality produce. So
probably this garden, because this was built with all volunteer labor. So all these blocks were put in by the volunteers. A lot of the soil was moved in wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow, and it took us, the volunteers, 6 months to build it.
I am so proud at how we reach out to so many people. We have thousands of people that come to our farm every year, and so I would say what I'm most passionate about is our education and what community service we provide for people. Education is such a crucial point. People aren't going to appreciate nature unless they actually go out and experience it.
I'm most proud of being an ambassador to the public through this garden. People stop here all the time and want to talk about gardening and farming and nutrition.
The main thing we've seen is it builds community. It gets people talking to each other. It gets people asking questions and being introduced to new fruits and vegetables that maybe they've never seen or heard before. Here at the Sugarcane Community Garden, it's really transformed the community because everybody who walks by, they are impressed. And then more people want to now join the garden and volunteer. So now we're getting more people who are interested in growing food, learning how to grow food. Then we also have the neighbors who say, oh, can you help me beautify my yard? And so now everyone in the neighborhood is either cleaning up their yard or wanting to beautify their landscape. So it's like a positive infection, right? And it's contagious. And you see something positive, you want to be a part of it.
Urban farms within city limits is important to bring people to be aware that they can grow food for themselves and to improve their lives by gardening and by eating fresh food.
Well, Sacramento is the farm to fork capital, and so it just seems natural having an urban farm because we have the perfect climate. We have year-round growing seasons here and area to teach people how to have their own urban garden.
And we both lived here in Sacramento and we have a really strong community here in Sacramento. So for us it was kind of a perfect mix of getting something that was in our price range and it's also in a place that we both feel like is already home. And an acre was enough land. We kind of decided that we at least we want an acre of land that we can like produce enough food and we feel like we can run a viable farm business with that amount of land.
So urban farming, I think on a social level connects people to where their food comes from, which is right now as a society I feel like we're quite disconnected from that. And it also, on a more practical side for farmers, allows them to have closer markets. There's tons of grocery stores in this area, and if they were to do a CSA, you know, there's a whole neighborhood surrounding us.
S'installer en ville a donc de nombreux avantages, mais se lancer demande du courage et surtout du savoir-faire. C'est pourquoi il existe désormais des organismes proposant des formations qui sont des lieux où confirmer ses choix et ambitions. Que l'on veuille s'installer en ville ou en campagne, l'on peut se former en parallèle de son métier. Des lieux également où tout apprendre des techniques de production et de vente, et éventuellement se voir confier un terrain provisoirement pour initier son activité. Les nouveaux producteurs peuvent donc alors jongler entre vie familiale et professionnelle tout en débutant leur ferme.
So the Center for Land-Based Learning supports beginning farmers by giving them access to land and resources to help them be successful in starting their farm businesses. So this is one of our farm incubator sites. It's in the middle of the city of Davis, and it's about 3 acres of farmland and 1 acre orchard.
This is the end.